Air Repair and Parts Department. This is Sean. How can I help you?
I have an Electrolux Frigidaire washer calling to get a parts verification of the main control board, drive
Okay.
motor. The model number allows you to have all access to the entire listing of the parts, and therefore you can practically get anything you need off of that model number, even little tiny button screws, plastic, alloys, whatever. Also drain the high-end design, model number when you're ready, selection controls.
Fire away. What do you got for me?
That would be Echo, Lima, Foxtrot, Echo, 7, 6, 3, 7, Alpha, Whiskey.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right. Let's pull that model number up. And again, we're looking for the main board, the drive motor, and the drain pump, just so I'm clear.
That is correct, yes.
All right. Wonderful. Let's do that here for you.
Why is this important? Because right now, I don't trust the system at all of the supply. Supplies are coming in way overpriced or non-available. And so we just don't have no answers for anything. And the answers that we end up getting on far as parts and prices and whatnot, this design here has one long flat piece plastic. You see that? That's all plastic with integration, the lights, LED lights, couple of processors, and that's it. No control board, processors and lights, and that's all you're getting. And that board, they call it a board, but it's $143. That's not a board. So this is a well-known name brand that cuts the corners, and this corner has been cut so far, but they still overpricing. Well, they still pricing at $900, and it's discounted $200. Was $1,200. Those light LED power to ground processors, not a control board. That's why that price for those parts are so cheap. Yeah, I was a little bit upset that I was actually doing a price check, putting this man through this, but it's part of our jobs. So, just not secrecy or being fake. I was just wanting to know information and knowing that I know that those parts are not worth these prices. That control board used to be only like about $60, and so the amount of $100 is inflation. But the way it's made, it's not a control board. That's what makes me a little upset about it. And then if it fails, factory order, it takes 14 days to receive factory components. And what I have found out is that once you place an order, factory, and you wait those days, the part will not show up. Then you call the factory, and then it's on back order at the factory level. Then it's on back order at the factory level. You never receive the part within a reasonable amount of time. You end up canceling, or either the customer will cancel the repair, or you'll end up canceling the parts order. One of the two.
Okay, you said something about a pump, correct?
Drain pump, yes.
Okay. Well, this is it's pulling up as a dryer.
Oh, okay.
So,
I apologize.
yeah.
The actual washer will be next. This one is the dryer. I have two appliances, one at a
Perfect.
time. For the dryer, the control board, and also the
Okay.
drive motor.
Okay. All right.
But
So
if you
that
have,
was for the dryer.
but if
Okay.
you do have the information for the washers, main control board, drain pump, and motor, I will still take the part number and retail price for those.
Okay. Well, the thing is I'll need the actual. I'll need the model number for the washer as well on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for the PCB and the motor for the dryer, I can
Correct.
give that to you. That model that you just gave me, and I will give you part number and pricing. Let me get in here and availability as well.
High-end design,
Okay.
multiple
looks like for the PCB, and it looks like it's that you have that main control knob, and then you have the main board attached to it. From what I'm seeing here, and that part number is 530-452-9821, and that's priced out at $145.33, and that would be a factory order on that part.
Okay, and that would be the main control. Okay.
That would be the main, correct. And then for the motor, similar part number, it is 530-452-9782, and that price points out, the motor price points out at $242.90. And through our distributor, like we don't stock anything in-house, but through our distributor, we have it in stock and ready to ship, so that's good. That's good. That part is available.
Are they showing the availability for the control board at the manufacturers? Are they showing quantity?
Let me check for you. I'll check for you right now. Good call. Good call on that. I'll go right out to the factory for you. Nice thing is I can peer behind the curtain out there as well, so it makes it nice. All right. Okay, I do see that there is still available inventory out at the factory, so that's good on that part.
Excellent. All right. Well, I will hold off on the washer. Sounds like this unit is going to be worth repairing when time comes, and so I'll let the customer know that they have invested in a very good unit.
Excellent. All right, sir.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. You bet. My pleasure. You have a good day.
Will do. Bye now.
Bye.
Word on the street. Wanted to know. I just went into the store. Decided to do a quick check. I always telling my relatives, family members, and anyone who's getting ready to do an investment purchase, because these are still investment items, we're paying over $600, right? Do a parts check. Well, how do you do it? Well, I guess it would make sense to do one. We're not all perfect, and there's mistakes. But the bottom line is we found out parts for this design is available. And they're very inexpensive. Could I tear into this name brand? I could. Could I tell you what this design is meant to attract? And the demographics, household income? I could. High-end design. But more importantly, will that unit last? But the initial investment amount, I think, is a bit pricey for what you're getting in electronics and what you also are getting for wear and tear. When these were shelved, your local distributor, you just go down to the store and you pick them up, and that was all there is to it. They're not shelved no longer, no more brick and mortar. Everything has to be ordered. Online order or pre-order. And that's what makes the difference. High-end design, multiple selection controls. That's what you're paying for. Multiple options.
May be recorded for quality purposes.
I'm looking for a part number, retail price, location for the main control board and the drive motor. Model number when you're ready. Main control board.
Go ahead.
Echo. Lima. Foxtrot. Echo. 7 6 3 7 Alpha Whiskey. Off of that model number. Even little tiny button screws.
Okay, hold on a moment. Okay, the main board would have to come out of Tukwila. Your cost is $181.35, and it lists for $227.27. And the part number, are you ready?
I am ready.
530-452-9910. The motor, that's in stock in Portland. It's also in stock in Tukwila. Your cost is $121.34. It lists for $242.90, and the part number is 530-452-9782.
Okay. What's the quantity that you have for the board in Tukwila?
One.
Just one?
They just have one. Spokane has one. And I think there's some in Sacramento.
Okay. Are you able to see the quantity availability at the factory? Are they allowing you to see that?
Let me see if it shows anything. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, they show 4.
Okay.
Well, after gathering this
So
information,
after
this is
those
how this
ones are
plays out.
purchased
This is a
and
brand
shown
new
for
unit.
available at the factory.
If you were to need service
This
immediately,
is a brand new unit.
for some reason it's not working after purchase within that 1 year,
that board is going to be
and you were to have needed a control board, unfortunately, this would have been the experience.
for 1 year.
And that control board would have been factory,
That's what that information's telling me.
or it would have been
So I do
unavailable
thank
on
you very
factory
much.
back
Have a
order.
great day.
Thank you. Thanks for calling.
This unit
Bye-bye.
is less than 8 months old, and parts are already showing potential non-availability. 4 units in the nation. And my thought is once those units are purchased, once those boards are purchased, then what? And so it's just a thought. Would this be a high pressure repair? Would first time completion, customer satisfaction immediately, or a happy person purchase, experiencing their first unhappy moment of a repair, and they need service, and they get this information? And so this is an everyday experience in the industry. And so I always tell people, don't kill the messenger. We're just here to see the same problem and resolve the same problem. And that's the problem we see. And that's the problem that I see. And my predictions is that when these parts come up for replacement, since the manufacturers, the 100% supplier, even to our distributors, they're at the needs of the manufacturers. Their needs are met through the manufacturer. And so their needs are met through the manufacturer, our needs are met through our distributor. Customers' needs is met through repairman and repairman service. These are the things you don't get to know about behind closed doors. So hopefully this is going to be able to shed some light. Remember, there's no one person or thing responsible for this delay except for current times and economics. So be kind to each other. Don't be so mean. Be nice if possible. Answer each other's questions and be there for each other. Sounds like 1960s, huh? Enjoy your life. Peace, love, and happiness.